Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Hope Watts, board certified family physician, health coach, speaker, author, and lifestyle expert. I help mid career women who want to be their best selves. And so we find the right fitness plans and the right foods for them to eat so that they can have the lifestyle they've always wanted. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, we've had a very unusual week this week again. And I know some people's hearts are heavy because it's so sudden and there's a lot of senseless killing going on. So I would say keep these people as the others we have asked you to do in your prayers. And also pray that we will be able in this country to find a solution for the the unmitigated gun violence here. So I'm in Raleigh now, and the weather has been excellent. We have had like days where it was 72 or 82. And it hasn't gotten 82 yet, but it's been 72. And been able to get out and go walking on the trails here. And it has been fabulous. I love doing outdoor things. And it helps, when I walk, it feels like I'm clearing the air, I'm clearing my mind. So I really enjoy the activities outdoors. And when it starts to get a little warmer, probably doing some hiking and some biking also. So today, last week, we talked about certain type of fitness apps that you may want to try. We've already talked about MyFitnessPal and how that helps you track your calories and track the foods that you're eating, because sometimes, they're our favorite foods, so we may overeat them. So it gives us a way to, measure how much we're eating. We also talked about a sweat app. It helps us with high intensity exercise programs, and that way we'll be able to determine if we're doing too little bit or doing too little or too much. Also, we did have a all trails for hiking, biking, and you'd be able to have the maps and be able to figure out where you want to go. And those types of activities are more for really for groups, because you can do it on the weekends and have a good time. So today we're going to circle back and talk about starting your own fitness program. And you can use those apps also to kind of vary some of the things that you're doing. So let's talk about fitness. There are lots of words out there about fitness, movement, but fitness encompasses a lot more than just movement. It encompasses exercise, strength training, high intensity, interval exercising, and just, planning out. So we're going to show you how to just start those things. And really, it's a plan that you want to work on yourself because it's yours. It's not someone just dictating it to you. Because I know lots of people get the trainers say you have to do this, this, and this, but sometimes that may not be ideal for you. So we're going to look at all the different ways that we can have fitness, and we want you to enjoy it at the same time. So let's talk about what people think fitness is. Many people think it's going to the gym, you've got your bag, you've got your water bottle, and, you put it down near a machine, you've got your towel, and you are a fitness junkie now, right? But you get on the machine, then you can't really do that much. But you see someone down the way, and they're just really chugging at it, and you're like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to be that way? But I'm here to let you know that fitness is not a gym membership. It's not doing all the machines. It's doing lots of other things that can help you, and you can enjoy it. And most of it's just being consistent with certain types of activities. And there are lots of activities you can do to, put it into your fitness category. Some of it is strength training, because we want you to have your muscles strengthened. because after a certain point, lots of women their muscles start to, they start to thin out and they're not as strong as they used to be. And many people feel that if they don't feel anything and they didn't hit anything, then it's going to be okay. That's not how it is with muscles. They peak, and if you don't do anything to keep them going, they will not help you at all. So most of all, we want you to feel that you can be doing fitness, enjoying it, and getting some benefit out of it. So some people suggest that when you are doing a fitness plan, that you do some basic testing to see where you are fitness-wise. This is so that you can assess some of your fitness, really, how well your heart is beating, how fast it is, flexibility with your muscles, and your body composition. Now, some people are going to say, well, Dr. Watts, I have not done anything in how many months or years. That's okay. This is just to get a baseline so that we can see where you are. So one of the exercises is walking or running a mile. So you may say, well, I really can't run a mile. I don't even know what a mile is. Then just do what you can, right? And record it. If it's only a half a mile, write a half a mile. And be sure to check your heart rate before and after you do the activity. If you can run a mile or 1.5 miles, that's fine. Record it because your fitness level may be different. And put the date down, keep it in the diary so that when it comes time for you to reevaluate it, you'll know how much you've grown or if you're doing better. The other test is to do some push-ups. Now, I know I hear the groans now. You can do modified push-ups, and those are the ones where your knees are on the ground and the legs are straight on the floor. So see how many you can do in about a minute or so and record that. And we just want you to take a tape measure, go around your waist, and get your body mass index from your doctor. Keep all those in a diary somewhere because you're going to come back and recheck it to see how much you've gained and how much you've improved. So the other thing is having fitness goals. A lot of people start their fitness program and they're in there, walking, they're jogging, they're doing all this, but they don't have a goal or what the reasons why they want to do it. Some reasons maybe to lose weight, and I bet that's the majority of people. They want to lose weight. Some want to build more muscle. Others want to increase their strength. Just figure out what you want to do to improve your fitness. Now, what kind of activities should I be doing with fitness? So I'm here to explain to you that it is not just jogging, running, walking, or swimming. There are lots of activities you can do that can be considered cardiovascular. For example, I have a friend who does ballroom dancing, and she's a nurse, and she says that she can get her heart rate up. She does get her heart rate up after exercising for at least 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, really? And I didn't know it was that strenuous. She said, yes. She says, have you seen any skinny ballroom dancers? I said, no, I haven't. She said, they're exercising all the time. And it's something she enjoys. And she gets different partners, it's different music, and they learn different dancing. So that's something you can do. Line dancing. People, everybody's line dancing and they're having a good time, but had a patient who had actually injured her ankles and came back to me like 3 months later and said, I've lost 20 pounds. And I was thinking, how did she lose 20 pounds? And didn't ask her. I was just waiting to see what she was going to say. She said, look, I've been line dancing. I do it for an hour every day. And she enjoyed line dancing, so she lost weight. Figure skating is another one, or roller skating are other things you can do to, make it varied, make your fitness varied, so you're not doing the same thing all the time. Hiking is another one. A lot of people eliminate hiking because they feel, you're just, going to be going up mountains and things. Not necessarily. I've gone hiking and I haven't gone up any mountains. And but it's a lot of fun, and it's a way to lose weight also. Running, of course, walking, of course, and swimming. And a lot of those are exercise you would do solo. But think about it. You can take your whole family hiking. And if it's not a real hiking, like a strenuous hiking trail, and it's like a moderate or a beginner trail, you can take the whole family. Kids enjoy it. They can just jump around, do all kinds of things. So you're including your family, and they realize that, hey, you don't have to do all your exercising at home. So the recommendation is to do, and this is CDC guidelines, to do at least 150 minutes a week. Now, if you're just starting out, that may be a challenge. So we're suggesting, and many people do suggest, that you start out very slow with just a small amount of minutes. For example, if you're walking, walk for 10 minutes every day. Just walk 10 minutes. And then gradually, as your muscles start to get a little bit more strengthened, you can go up to 15 minutes after 2 weeks. And so you're going to do it at a slow pace so that you won't injure yourself and you won't have soreness in muscles. The other side of exercise, because that's more like cardio, walking, jogging, swimming, cycling is more cardio. The other type of exercise is strength training. And you don't have to have machines to do strength training. There are videos you can do to strengthen your muscles and to start out gradually also. So say you want to do, bicep curls, or you wanted to do some ankle weights with certain exercises. You would just do 12 of them, and that would be one set. And that's enough to challenge your muscles to start out. And gradually, you probably want to get up to 2 sets. And so you can either get a video, or there are plenty of classes at the Y that will show you how to use those free weights and the weight machines so you won't get injured. And as we said, to start out very slowly. I had a woman yesterday in my office who was telling me that, one of her specialists told her she needed to lose weight. So she goes out on walks like an hour and a half, and she does this for a whole week. And then she feels like she injured herself. And that's what we're trying to avoid, because some people injure themselves so badly that they have to have physical therapy to get their function back. So we don't want that to happen. The other thing that people find difficult is getting exercise on a daily basis. So what we can do is try to be creative. So say if you're on the 3rd floor and you have to go somewhere to the 5th floor or the 4th floor, walk up the stairs. That's building activity in a day-to-day basis. Or some places have buildings that they have to go to. Instead of getting your car and driving, you can walk to the other building. Also, lots of parents say, look, I am the chaperone for all the games, and I take my son here, I take my son there. And I'll say to them, look, can you get there like 15 to 20 minutes earlier? Drop your son off so he can warm up or whatever. And you just go, especially if it's like baseball or football, just get up and walk around the track. And I've had some mothers comment to me that other mothers joined them. So you're creating an example for people, but just get it in. Think of creative ways to get your fitness levels and get your exercising in. The other thing is sometimes people get tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it's the same old walk, it's the same place I've been, nothing changes. So be open to learning other types of fitness. And the Y, from what I understand, is open to a lot of different varieties of fitness. They have weight classes. And the class that I went to had women and men, and she just showed you how to use the weights so that you wouldn't injure yourself. And she and a lot of it was to music, so you did it in a rhythm. So you weren't just kind of doing it helter-skelter. You did it in a rhythm, and she would say, drop it, put these other weights on, and you just went with the flow there. So there are lots of ways to do things. The other thing is, we talked about ballroom dancing and some other things, and you can do that to alternate. The other exercise type is high intensity interval training. That's a type of training that makes you exercise large muscle groups like your thigh, your legs, and your trunk, and you're doing it at such high intensity that they get a workout, and you really start to, your heart rate goes up and you're breathing heavily. And then after a short interval, you drop it down to a lower pace, and then you bring it back up again. So those are ways to add things to your exercise routine to get some variety, and you're not, bored to death with the same walking program, the same running program. So with certain kinds of exercise, and it depends on how intense you do it. Hello, Dr. Andrea, how are you? Good to see you today. We are talking about starting your own exercise program. And we've talked about the different types of exercises that we can do and how to make it varied, how we can get more enjoyment out of our exercise programs. So we just talked about the high intensity interval training. And one of the things that they recommend is not doing 2 high intensity interval training sessions back to back. What they're recommending is that you allow your body to recover and recuperate, because these exercises are very intense. And since it's so intense, you're still burning calories, even for 24 hours or so, or something around that. But we want you to recuperate so that you don't injure yourself. And that goes if you had a really good run and you did like 5 miles or something, and your muscles are slightly achy, take the day off. Don't try to increase it. Try to rest so that you can recuperate, and then maybe do it at a different time or do something different. So we cannot emphasize starting slowly. And a lot of people are anxious because they want to lose weight. That's their goal, but you're not going to lose all that weight in the first week of your exercise session. So just be comfortable with knowing that you're not injuring yourself, and you are not, you're on your way to building the right type of consistency and the right type of endurance and resilience in your exercise, so that if you want to go on and do a race of some sort, you've already got the building blocks for that. So as we said, be creative. So if you're exercising 2 or 3 days in the week, and then, it's a weekend, take the family on a hike. As we said before, hiking is an excellent way to enjoy fitness in the outdoors. And many of them are in areas where they have preserved certain trees or other animals you might see. You may see bunny rabbits, or hopefully not wolves. But it gives a chance for you to be out with the family, take your dogs with you, and it's a nice outing for everyone, and you'll get your fitness in anyway. Being creative, as we said, ballroom dancing is another one. As I said earlier, I have a friend who does ballroom dancing. She loves it. And she says she burns up a lot of calories, but she's doing it for about 3 or 4 hours some Friday nights or so. So we talked about doing a fitness calculation before you start your exercising. And we had asked you to walk for a mile, check your heart rate before and after you walk or run, and record that. Also do push-ups for about a minute or so, see how many you could do. And so in about 6 weeks, we want you to revisit those parameters. And I forgot to mention that one of the other parameters is your waist circumference and your BMI, which you get from your doctor. So go back and revisit, do those same things again, and see how well you're doing. Hopefully, you're doing the right amount of exercise because you're keeping your heart rate up enough time, and you're beginning to see that maybe this is the right exercise level for you, or maybe it's not, and you need to improve on some other things. But by and large, after about 6 weeks, and you've been doing it consistently, you already have your exercise program to build up. And so if you started out at 10 minutes, by 6 weeks, you're probably up to at least 30 minutes. And so now you can gauge how well you're doing. So we've talked about different types of fitness and how you can get started, how not to be bored with your fitness. And we've talked about evaluating your fitness, because a lot of times people get into a fitness program and they don't really know if they're moving forward or not, though. But when you start out with this fitness assessment to begin with, you can gradually do that over, every 2 months or so to see if you've built more muscle and you can do more push-ups. Or you feel like you want to train for a 5K or a 10K, you probably built up the resilience because you're doing it, your exercise on a consistent basis. So we want you to start out with good habits. We don't want you to do anything to injure yourself. And we want you to have fun when you're doing your fitness levels. Because a lot of people tell me, look, I've been walking and walking. I have had people walk for like 2 years and not lose any weight at all. And that's because your body gets used to it. You've got to kind of trick your body. So are there any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, I just want to say that we will not be in session next week because it'll be the Saturday before Easter. So we wish you a happy Easter. And I am Dr. Hope Watts, board certified family physician, speaker, health coach, author, and lifestyle expert. I help women find the right fitness levels and the right foods to help them have the lifestyle and the weight loss they've always wanted. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And I just want to put a push in there for my book. It is going to be published in the next month or two. So stay tuned and we'll give you updates. So if you see little things around in my social media, that's from me, just to keep you in the loop about where we are with our book. So hopefully you'll enjoy your week and enjoy your Easter holiday. Thank you. Have a wonderful week.